2 days ago, it was reported that John Harbaugh would become the next head coach of the New York Football Giants. And 2 days later, John Harbaugh has yet to sign the contract. It begs the question, what is the holdup? And many teams' backup plan, Kevin Stefanski, well, the Atlanta Falcons and Kevin Stefanski seem to be eyeing each other once that John Harbaugh deal officially goes through. Kevin Stefanski is the favorite to become the next head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. He and Kirk Cousins do go back quite some time. Like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel. Kevin Stefanski considered the favorite for the Falcons head coaching vacancy. What do you guys think the over-under for the Falcons next season will be? And would that be a great hire, a good hire, or a not so good hire? Also, as reported, Adam Schefter, update, Giants and John Harbaugh still are working through the details of their contract, and it is not yet done per sources. The final issues aren't over money, it's over language. There's no derailment and nothing has changed, one source says. Talks continue and the two sides are working to get it across the finish line. On Good Morning America, on Good Morning Football, we have a little bit of an update on the situation.
Well, Jamie, it is still likely that John Harbaugh is going to become the head coach of the New York Giants. He had a great visit at the team facility on Wednesday, felt strongly enough about the job coming out of that visit that he postponed a scheduled meeting with the Tennessee Titans. However, reports late Wednesday night that Harbaugh was accepting the job were at best premature. Talks on Thursday did not result in a deal. The sides are engaged again this morning, and it very well could get done in the next few hours. The Giants, I'm told, are optimistic that they are getting close to the finish line. But at this moment, nothing is finalized. Let's be clear. This is not about money. The Giants stand ready to make Harbaugh, again, one of the highest paid coaches in the NFL. But Harbaugh has been very methodical about doing his due diligence on all the interested teams. This is a guy who spent 18 years as the Ravens head coach. Prior to that, he spent 10 years with the Eagles. He knows what championship organizations look like. He's also 63 years old. This is probably his last stop in coaching. He wants to make sure it's the right fit, and he is going to trust his gut. So once again, this is leaning toward John Harbaugh becoming the next Giants head coach, but it was not and is not a foregone conclusion. Those talks continue, very well could come to a conclusion in the next few hours. Then and only then are the Giants hopeful they will be able to celebrate their biggest win in years.
What are the chances that this turns into a Josh McDaniels Indianapolis Colts situation from about 10, 15 years ago? If you guys remember, Josh McDaniels, in theory, accepted the Indianapolis Colts job only to turn around and say, you know what? Maybe this isn't the best fit for me. What are the chances that we see the same thing happen here with John Harbaugh and the New York Giants? You look around the landscape of teams that are searching for a head coach, not named the Ravens. What other team has a young core in place better than the Giants that John Harbaugh could be considering? The Atlanta Falcons? Do they? Tennessee Titans and Cam Ward? Do they? Oakland? Working hand in hand with Tom Brady? I don't know why there hasn't really been much smoke there. I thought that would actually be a pretty good idea. Harbaugh, Brady working in tandem, bringing their quarterback Mendoza. They got Genti. They got Brock Bowers. And they move forward with that crew. It's very interesting what the holdup is over there between the Giants and John Harbaugh. But they're still optimistic that a deal is going to get done and a contract is going to be signed. As far as Kevin Stefanski goes, they interviewed him January 11th. And then as soon as that Harbaugh Giants news broke, Stefanski went right to the top of the Atlanta Falcons list. And he's currently the favorite to become the next head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. Now, if you go down to local connections, Stefanski was Kirk Cousins' quarterbacks coach and offensive coordinator while the two were with the Vikings, some of Kirk Cousins' best seasons of football. Together, they formed a plentiful collaboration. When Stefanski was Cousins' quarterbacks coach in 2018, Cousins finished the season with one of the highest completion rates of his career, along with the second most passing yards in Vikings franchise history at the time. The next season, Stefanski was promoted to offensive coordinator, and the duo reached the height of their success together. Cousins was awarded a Pro Bowl nod because of his high passer rating through the season. Across 2018 and 2019, Cousins completed nearly 70% of his passes, threw 56 touchdowns to only 16 interceptions, and the Vikings went 18-12-1 in those games. Those Cousins' future with the Atlanta Falcons is uncertain at this point. But Kevin Stefanski is the guy you're going to go after. You already paid Kirk Cousins a ton of money to come in last season, 2 seasons ago. So why not think that you pair these two again and you build upon that? I think that's the most logical way to go about things. Let me know your thoughts down below. What's the holdup with the Giants and the Harbaugh and Kevin Stefanski to the Falcons? Great hire, good hire, maybe not the best hire. See you next time.